Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mongoolie Show. Today we're going to be taking a look at the patent pending event. This is the first in a month-long event where you're going to be able to earn Iron Heart Mk2. And even though you're going to get her fairly quickly, it's not quick enough to matter, unfortunately. But let's go take a look at that. And remember, just because these events are complicated doesn't mean you need to be confused. All right, so if we take a look at this chart right here, we're going to see that there's 66,000 points towards the month-long event, which is really handy, and we'll get to that in a minute, as well as 1,125 dark promotional credits, 100 photon shards, 75 Miss Marvel hard light shards, 45 Captain Marvel shards if you still need her, and a bunch of augmented gear. That's all fantastic. You're not likely to get down very low unless you're spending money, though, because the only two ways you can do this are spending campaign energy and using Kraven the Hunter, which you can only get at this point from spending money or buying him. So I'm going to assume you don't have Kraven, and we're going to leave that entirely out of the math and only work on the campaign energy. Now, every single day, you should get about 1,100 campaign energy that you get to spend without spending any power cores. Take your 1,100, times it by 2, because it's a 2-to-1 multiplier, and then times that by 4, because the event lasts for 4 days. That's 8,800 points at the end of the day. That doesn't sound very good, but at the same time, that's going to get you most of the way you need to go if you're just looking for the start grant check. Now, the other event that's happening right now is a web milestone event. It is a raid event, so you're going to want to do 10 raids every single day. If you do that, you're going to get 1,500 points a day, which is also 6,000 points by the end of the event, which is enough to put us right at the finish line, like just about there. There's also 500 points you can get from the web store for your free claims, which will be 2,000 points by the end of the day, and that's enough to push you over the edge. So the nice thing about this is you don't need to spend a single power core to get start grant check and all of the vibranium slabs. You'll even get some Miss Marvel hard light and yeah, some photon shards in there as well, which is decent. If you want to go lower than that, you're going to need to spend a lot of power cores, and there's a power core spending event coming up that'll help you unlock Green Goblin. It doesn't unlock Green Goblin, but it'll help you get character shards and things that you'll need for unlocking Green Goblin. So I'm going to heavily recommend you go light on this one, save up your power cores for the rest of the week, and on Friday, when it's the power core spending event, go nuts. But right here, right now, for this event, you don't need to spend anything to get that start grant check, and I think that's pretty awesome, and I'm going to recommend you just stop there. If for some reason you really feel the need to spend the money and go down lower, get those photon shards or something, great, you do you. But for most people, I'm going to say be free for the next week. Be stingy even for the next couple of days. Take a lesson from Scopely and just be stingy as hell for a couple of days. You'll do just fine. Now, the other thing I just want to touch on really briefly is actual Iron Heart and how her event's working. Now, you can see that you're going to need 45 shards to unlock her, and even if you got the free web gift, that's not going to help you unlock her any faster. So you're going to need to get to milestone 14 or 84,000 points to unlock Iron Heart. Now, the nice thing about that is you should be able to do that in a few days, and then you get to have her for the rest of the month. That's great. The unfortunate part is you're probably not going to get her before Project Pegasus goes away and you don't get those bonuses. Now, as we said, the event that we just looked at has 66,000 milestone points, which gets us a good chunk of the way to where we need to be. The web milestone, if you do it every single day, is another 9,000 points, bringing us up to 75,000. And if we go back to the web store, you can see that there's 4,600 points for free here. So it's only going to take us 2 days of collecting these to get the other 9,000 points that we need to get to 84,000. Unfortunately, it's going to take us 4 days to get all the points we need from the rest of the event. And as we can see right up here, Project Pegasus is only going to last for another 3 days and 17 hours as the time of this recording. Now, maybe you'll get lucky and you'll be able to unlock her and get a couple of rounds in, and it does have some pretty decent rewards even at the lowest level. Teal orb fragments, and each level has some different teal gear that you can get, so it is worth it. If you need the rescue shards, that's great too, but I mean, most of us, I assume, have it maxed out at this point. There's nothing crazy here, but it's decent. Like, it's worth trying for. The other thing to note is you're going to need all of them at gear tier 15. So not only do you have to unlock her really quickly, but you have to get her up to gear tier 15 and the entire team up to gear tier 15 really quickly. Now, this is a great raid team, and most of us doing incursions are going to want them high anyways. It's just a matter of how fast can you get them up that high after unlocking them. If you can, great, reap all of those rewards. For everybody else, don't sweat it. If you can do it, great, but don't spend power cores this week. Wait till Friday and then go ham. That's where I'm recommending. That's where I'm at. All right, everybody, that's all I've got for you today. Just a quick little video. If you enjoyed this content, please consider giving it a like. And if you're willing and able, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 500 by the end of the year, and if you can help me with that goal, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to be live on Twitch a couple of times this week, or a couple times every week. So if you want to join me over there, it is twitch.tv/TheMongoolie I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, you guys have a great week and good luck with the event. Save your power cores.